Tune into Double Shot Drones. Dive into the world of drones with Davy and Mike. Get the latest insights, thrilling innovations, and stories that will take you higher. Subscribe now on Spotify and YouTube.
Recording. We're live.
Welcome to Double Shot Drones.
Hey, Davey, how you doing?
That's Mike. I'm good, Mike. How you doing?
I think they know us by now. I don't think we
Yeah,
have to say that,
think
but I heard on these podcasts that I actually wanted to redo the beginning, like where you kind of a lot of podcasts will just talk about what the episode is about, and then they cut to the intro, and then
The
boom.
meat and potatoes?
Yeah. Just, like, hey, we're talking about, like this one would start out like, we're talking about the drones on the East Coast and what's going on there. And then we'd have our intro, and then also be like, right here now, boom, hey, how's it going, Davey? So
Fade in. You
that
fade
was
in
a little,
and fade out?
what's that?
You're going to try and do a fade in, and then we'll do the fade out?
Yeah, I'm still trying to tweak it, still trying to figure out how that's all supposed to work.
I
Make it
like
look,
your background, by the way.
what's that?
I
Background?
like your background, yeah.
I know, I want that on a shirt.
So get it on a shirt.
Maybe it's a little busy, but kind of dumb it down a little bit. But thanks, Chat GPT. By the way, I had today I had we will talk about the drones on the East Coast, but today I had
Can't wait.
I know we got to talk about it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's asking me about it.
Go ahead.
I'm sure they're asking you. Nothing to see here. Anyway, I did do a deep dive on it. Before we get to that, I want to talk about what happened today. My truck's getting worked on, and I got a text from a guy, a public insurance adjuster, talking about, hey, I just drove by your house today, and
The same guy?
No, different guy. He doesn't know me. Says, hey, I just drove by your house, and I'd like to check your roof out, for free, like a free consultation on your roof damage. And I'm like, record scratch. Hey, stop right there. There's nothing wrong with our roof. He told me the address on Duncan. Well, he just said Duncan Avenue. He didn't actually say my address. He just said, shot in the dark. What's that?
Did he use your name?
No. He just said Duncan Avenue. We live on.
Was he just a random?
It was a random drive-by. Yeah, and I turned it around, and I'm like, hey, but hey, I can help you. I don't need any roof assessment or anything, but I can help you if you're a public insurance adjuster, as I helped a public insurance adjuster after Hurricane Milton. And I kind of told him about that, and I said I have a really I have an affordable price on drone roof inspections for public insurance adjusters, looking for that kind of capturing imaging. And he said, oh, hey, what, and then he bit the hook, and what's the cost? So I put together this big proposal using Chat GPT. And
right there, or
no, well, yeah, while I was in the waiting for my truck, I had to wait hours, and it's still not done. I had to wait hours.
Yeah.
And it's still they can't figure out what's going on, why it's not starting. Anyway, so I used my time wisely. I did quite a few business things on my phone, and Chat GPT was my friend today.
Good.
So Chat GPT came up with this cool thing. It's just like, hey,
what was your prompt? What did you ask it?
Oh, okay. So that's good. I said, hey, let's see here, roof drone. I said, oh, what the heck? I said, hey, Chat GPT, create a short, message or proposal for drone imaging for public insurance,
That's
roof
it. That's all you
inspection.
need.
Yeah,
That's,
it was very short and spit out this whole thing. And it was like, and my wife kind of changed a little bit, but,
yeah.
'cause she
You
didn't
always
like,
gotta, you gotta edit. You
yeah, she
gotta
didn't
edit.
like it. So this is basically it. It's just like, hey, basically $150 per property. If it's, single properties, includes 15 high resolution images taken from multiple perspectives, or we can canvas a neighborhood with $75 per photo. The photo, contains, you know, up to 10 properties taken within a single flight radius of 150 to 200 feet. For example, 750 would be able to get 10 images that highlight 100 properties to help target areas after hurricane. Anyway, on and
Have
on.
you passed
And then,
this on to him yet, or you just
no,
got
no,
this?
I haven't yet. And then there's add-ons, like we can do thermal imaging for $50 per roof, ortho mosaic mapping, so I'm just kind of going into it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I said, why choose me? Veteran-owned business, proven discipline and reliability, FAA Part 107 certified, blah, 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 all that. Familiarity with the Clearwater, Tampa Bay, Sarasota, and Gulf Coast County. But I've done that a couple times where I just turned it around on them, where they're doing that
Yeah,
drive-by
yeah,
text.
yeah.
I know he wasn't looking at my house because there's nothing wrong with that roof, unless there's something that I've seen. But I've been up there since the storm, so.
I mean, did he stop at everybody else on the way down the block, or just came directly
I
to your?
I I wonder how he got my number. How does he get my number? Just from the address? I guess if you have an address, you can look up a number. I think
But
that's
why
what
would he? Why would he?
he's taking a shot in the dark. If we might have damage, we might not. You know what I mean? I don't even know this guy. So that's how they do it. Those public insurance adjusters, they just go through a neighborhood, they pick a street, and
Yeah, but do you think he hit every other house on your block?
I bet he did. Or maybe not, because he just said Duncan. But how did he get my number? That's what I don't
That's
get.
what I'm saying. I mean, he didn't get your number. He
He,
just
well,
rolled up on your house.
but I'm thinking if he has my house number, the address, he can find my number. You know what I'm saying?
On first.
Because he's not going to get it by just Duncan. He's going to get it by the actual address.
Yeah,
That's what that one public insurance adjuster told me. He's like, all I need is the address and I can get a number. I'm like, really? Okay.
yeah, I think it's.
It's kind of like an ambulance chaser. Oh, somebody wants to say bye. Hi. You want to say hi? Are you presentable? Are you presentable? Sit quick. We got to talk.
You can continue talking.
Okay.
What's up, Banana?
He says, "What's up, Banana?" She got pierced ear.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Very
Oh my
cool.
God.
When did you get them done?
Huh?
When did you
When?
get them done?
Oh, yesterday.
Get out of here. That's awesome.
I didn't know it. She said that her and mom said they're going
I
to.
told you, you just don't listen.
You said they're going to the mall. How am I supposed to know what you're doing at the mall?
Very cool. Very cool.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye, Peach.
Bring Kiwi over here. Anyway, so we got to get to our subject. Subject tonight this week is what's going on the East Coast.
You're asking me?
I dove deep into this, so I want to hear you're going to hear what I think, but what do you think's going on?
But
You think
I
nothing's
think
You think nothing's going on?
I listen. I haven't heard drones now for 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, yeah, I mean it's
ended
calmed
with that.
down because of the holidays, but what?
Listen to what you
Quick,
said.
quick. Well, I mean, it's gonna start back up.
Yeah.
Bring her over real quick. Hurry up. Somebody wants to say hi, real quick. Oh,
Puppy. Oh my God. Yay!
How come I can't see? I can't see.
Disappeared. What happened? Oh, there you go. Who's that?
This is Kiwi.
Hi, Kiwi.
She's a failed foster. We adopted her.
Oh, very cool. You guys are
She-
great.
She's the sweetest dog. Okay. She's the sweetest doggy.
Hi, Kiwi.
All right, we gotta go. All right, so like I said, I wanted to dive into this because everybody's asking me. All my Facebook friends are asking me, "Hey, what do you think's going on the East Coast?" And I was just like, "What do you?" And then what are you talking about? And then my wife when my wife asked me, "What do you think's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, geez, if my wife is interested in this, I bet everybody's interested in it." Because she doesn't really pay attention to that. So I'm like, I don't know, I'll find out. So I did a deep dive, and here's what I came up with. I even saw like the Pentagon briefing on it, which was interesting. And it was pretty much, nothing to see here, and all the comments were so interesting on it. And I know personally from being in the military that the military is always going to deny any kind of, if they've got some kind of experimental aircraft out there, they're going to deny it. And so I thought about it, and I'm like, they denied Area 51, they denied the stealth program, so possibly this could be a military thing. As you know, probably 90% of the sightings are
Keep talking. I'm
not
listening.
90% of the sightings are, probably aircraft, of some sort. Yeah, military aircraft or civilian aircraft, and they're not drones. Um, are you that disinterested in this podcast, Davey?
Yeah.
Am I doing this one by myself?
Yeah, you are.
Oh my God.
That's all
Okay.
right. I'm listening, I told you.
You're what?
I told you I'm listening.
Oh yeah, but you got to be on there.
Oh,
Oh, you.
relax, relax. I hear
Oh,
you.
okay. All right. All right.
I
So
hear you talking your
so this
conspiracy.
is the thing. So this is the thing. You and I think that 95% of all the things they're seeing in the sky, the lights are bogus. I agree with that. But I dove into this and saw a few podcasts and YouTube episodes of former pilots, Navy pilots, that say, these things are, they agree, 95% is nothing, but 5% could, it could be something. It could be civilian, obviously. You and I know that civilian drones can't go over these air bases, these military installations without, being geo-fenced out or whatever. But so they're there. They're apparently some are there. They appear to be larger than
Mike,
a
can I
truck.
cut you?
SUV.
Can I just cut
Yes,
you off?
it's a debate. It's a debate. So you can tell me what you want.
It's not a debate, it's a conversation.
Oh, it's
I
kind of a
still-
debate too.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because
you're
I know
saying,
you don't. You think it's all poppycock.
well, to date, I have not seen one clear video of one drone.
That's true. That's true.
So, you and I being in this world and knowing the capabilities of cameras on drones and capabilities of cameras on phones, and capabilities of point and shoot video cameras, somebody's got to have a clear video of something. They don't.
True. True.
So,
However, if it's a military drone, which
it doesn't matter.
I think it's military of some sort
Mike,
because it's
Mike.
over military bases.
Mike, somebody, the fact that it has gone on for so long and like weeks on end, people are saying that there's drones over their house. Somebody, some cameraman living in New Jersey
You would
should
think.
have I mean, dude, I have, look, right here, look at that. At hand's length, I have
Yeah.
a 70 to 200 millimeter lens right there.
All right. So this
look
is
at
what
somebody-
we
I could
know.
stand downstairs and I could open my blinds and I could take pictures of these drones. And if the
Yeah.
fact that they're hovering, I'm told that they're hovering in the same
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
right? So somebody somewhere should have a legitimate photograph of said drone that is the size of a car.
Yeah, if they're that large, yeah. I mean, you would
Exactly.
think.
And
you would
they're
think.
hovering. They're supposed to be hovering. Now, I'm just going to throw something out there that, people in that misagash of everything going on in New Jersey that own drones were saying, I'm going to put my drone up there and I'm going to go and see what this is all about.
Yeah, I've heard
So
of that. Yeah.
they're putting their drone up and they're flying it half a mile down the road, and they're sitting hovering, trying to figure out where all the drones are. So now the people down there are looking up at the drone above their house
And
going,
seeing that drone, yeah.
there it is.
There it is. It's a small
And then
drone.
that guy puts up his drone to go figure out where are the drones coming from. So now that guy has put his drone all the way over there.
Okay. So how do
there's
you
not
explain?
enough-
I get it. That it's and then it just gets a mismatch up in the air, and that's why there's so many drones up in the air. I get
and
that.
yet not one photograph.
But what I don't get is these experts, former pilots, saying that these drones have what's called a passive signature, meaning you can't, you shoot a radar signal at them, it doesn't bounce back. Now that's, to me, is stealth capability, right? Why are they talking about it if they're smarter than us? Why is like an ex-military Navy flyer, military guy talking about, he doesn't know what's going on? You would think they would think the same thing that you're thinking, and it's just bullshit.
Can I ask you to compare one thing and one other thing just right here
Sure.
while we're talking about?
Sure.
I haven't heard anything about these drones in 3 or 4 weeks. They just disappeared. Now, I know that there was a ban on drones, put on drones in New Jersey until I think January 17th or something like that, right? Do
Yeah.
you know that? You know that,
I
right?
heard a rumor. I wasn't
Well,
sure.
then you didn't do a deep enough
Because
dive.
of that. Well, I did a deep dive before Christmas.
You didn't do a deep enough dive. Well, the rule was
I
put
took
in.
a break too during Christmas,
Please, come on, stop making excuses for that.
So
they put it.
that's
They put a
interesting,
ban.
though.
They put a
Okay.
ban on flying drones.
The FAA put a ban?
Correct.
Okay.
And the government. I
And
think
the
the
government.
government and the FAA.
Just
No
in that
flying
area?
in that area until whatever, January 17th.
And
Now, hang on a second. If these were Iranian drones coming off a ship, which I heard,
yeah, I heard
then
that too. In the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah.
do you think that the Iranians are going to listen to what the FAA say about flying
No,
drones?
no.
Okay, so that's out the window. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they might have took a break for Christmas too, Davey.
No. Now, do you think
Okay.
if there was space aliens,
So yeah, so that
that space aliens are going to take a
actually,
break
you know
until
what?
January
I
17th?
actually asked Chat GPT what percentage of those, that activity on the East Coast could be alien activity, and I shit you not, it said 1% could be alien activity.
Listen, don't get me wrong.
Because there's okay, this is the known thing. It has a passive signature. Okay, whatever's up there has a passive signature. Airplanes have a active signature, meaning you shoot a radar signal, it comes back, it tells you exactly where it's at, the size of it, everything, all this information. These things cannot be tracked or traced per some of these deep dives I've been taking from these pilots, talking about how they've tried to,
These
I don't know
people
if they
say they're
tried to
pilots.
track them, but they're staying in the air for like 5, 6, 7 hours. What's staying in the air? How can a helicopter do that?
No, Mike, listen. You're saying you're talking yourself out of this, bro, because again, if they're staying up there for 10 or 12 or 4 or 3 hours, somebody has a clear, dude, a clear photo.
I know. Well, hey, look, we
Come
know
on.
there's aliens out there. There's got to be, and nobody's got a clear picture of an alien. So, I mean, right? I mean, the whole picture thing. I've actually seen quite a few pictures, and some of them definitely look doctored. I've even seen one where they're shooting this guy. It was actually pretty cool.
But
I'm gonna try to find it and put it up here. This
I'm
guy was shooting at this drone.
yeah, that was
It was
AI.
definitely doctored, but it's
was
funny
AI.
and interesting.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let me go back to what I was going to say before. There was so much mass hysteria made about this with drones in the sky, and nobody
Yeah.
has a photograph of one of them. I ask myself, why? Why was this whole drone thing all of a sudden erupted? What was going on the news at the same time?
The election. Or no, that was after the election, wasn't it?
Correct. Right after the election, what was happening?
As far as
Every one of his appointees was accused of rape and drugs and drinking and everything
yeah,
else.
they were trying to
It
rip
was
them apart.
it was everywhere. It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what the other hysteria was? Drones in New Jersey looking for
Oh, see, it's a what do you call diversion, distraction,
It's the
diversion.
par for the course. It's how he plays the game. He distracts.
I don't want to get into politics here. 'Cause
I'm not getting into
I know we're
politics.
not on the same sheet there, but
I'm not getting into politics.
and I still love you, so you know.
I'm telling you, buddy, I'm registered independent, so you know what I mean. I'm just telling you, um, the the things were going on exactly at the same time. It was like
That's
so much.
interesting. That now I haven't thought of that.
That's
an
not a political
interesting-
statement on my part.
That's interesting that you're saying because of the election and all that and everything and all the negativity to all the appointees by Trump, that somehow the Trump people or
With
are coming up with
buddy,
all this crap on the East Coast
buddy.
as a diversion.
Show me a picture of a drone. I keep saying it. It's like, you know, I mean, they hovered for so long.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
But but
massive.
why are Navy flyers, retired Navy flyers,
Who,
bringing up
who are these?
to this?
Who are these retired Navy flyers?
I don't know. I saw. I'll try to put it up here if I can find it. I think it was. I don't know. It was.
Listen,
I don't know. I
listen,
don't remember. But
don't get me wrong. I mean, I all of those pilots that you see with the things flying by their planes, you know.
I mean, some of those guys believe in those alien sightings and all that. I mean,
yeah. I mean, and this has been going on. I mean, they didn't have AI back then when those things started, you know, when those reports started coming in from pilots. That's happened from way back when. So, you know,
but will you consider that it could be a military secretive thing or no?
Well,
Like a new.
but you see, this is the thing. You can't compare what was happening 3 weeks ago to what happened, you know, 60 years ago in Area 51. You know,
no, I get that. I mean, there's been, you know, there's been drones, like Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. There's been drones flying over that for years, from the information I got. And
military drones.
they just any kind of, they've been sightings of things in the air, drone wise, or what a UFO. I guess we're not saying UFO now. We're saying unidentified. Yeah, we're saying phenomenon because UFO scares people too much. So we're saying unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP. That's it, UAP. Yeah, that's the politically correct way now. Maybe Trump's gonna bring back UFO. I hope so. Unidentified, unidentified aerial phenomenon is what you're supposed to say when you see a UFO.
Are you allowed to wave?
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I thought it would die down, obviously, and
It
pretty soon
disappeared.
it'd be nothing. But it was interesting. They had a Pentagon briefing and everything, and that's the Biden administration still. But those Pentagon briefings I saw on YouTube were they were almost comical. They were, I mean, the comments were like priceless, and it was pretty much, nothing to see here,
I guess because there was nothing to see.
because there was nothing to see, probably.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
also, if it was a military craft, that's what the Pentagon would say anyway. They would say nothing to see here. They would say there's at any given moment there's 8,500 drones flying in a single day, civilian drones. But yeah, they don't fly over military bases though, not unless you have a nice waiver. But so it was interesting that the reporters were really grilling them, and no, these were liberal. These were liberal reporters. These weren't conservative reporters.
There you go.
What and you know, uh, I think they've had a couple briefings on the Pentagon. But you're right. Right now, it's calmed down. But when my wife says, "Hey, what's going on?" I piqued up interest. So, and my brother mentioned it to me. I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm a drone flyer, I'm supposed to know what's going on the East Coast." So I'm like, so I brought it up to you, and I'm like, "Yeah, we should talk about it."
What is your answer to them now when you get off the podcast?
Well, interesting. My wife was sitting right here, but I'm in our bedroom. She was
Oh, but
sitting
she didn't
here.
hear what I was saying, though, did she?
She heard what I was saying, but she could see you. You know. Oh, by the way, I sent her that. I showed her that video where you're talking about the Adobe Suite package that she should,
Yeah,
because she's a teacher.
yeah.
She's finally you. I couldn't. You convinced her. She said, "I'll look into it."
Okay.
I'm like, "Hey, we can save $70 a month. Put that towards Construct Connect
Yeah.
or whatever."
Yeah. What was it? We have to, as I say, I'm not just going to start Venmoing Ronald money. So, we need to figure out
Yeah, we need to figure out how. I mean,
how it all works.
it sounds like he's okay with a monthly fee, which is great.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's but yeah, we'll have more zooms on that. We'll figure that out. At one point, I want to get us all on a double shot drones podcast together. If we weren't talking about Construct Connect, that could have been a nice little podcast there, because there was a lot to talk about.
Well, I mean,
with
we'll
the DJI ban and everything, and all that's supposed to be happening, and what do you think about that?
I saw something on a forum today or yesterday, whatever it was, and
Something, but it's going to the House or the Capitol or something. I don't know. It's being
this
presented.
this was I think it was I don't know what I was looking at or how I got there, but I ended up
10 minutes.
there was guys talking about buying drones, like the new 3S or whatever the hell they were talking about.
The Mavic 4 and all that.
And word coming directly from DJI is that they wouldn't ship them into the country. Some guy saw one available on Amazon, and then it was, buy now or whatever the hell. And as soon as he hit buy now, then it said unavailable in.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's I got the gist. I wasn't really paying
There's
attention to what
there's
was.
guys in our network that have the drone already, I think.
Yeah, but
They must have put in pre-orders or something.
we've moved into a different political climate. You know what I mean? Not to get into politics, but we've moved into a different political climate. You know what I mean? So there's lots of things going on. You mean TikTok is the other thing that's going on, which is the Chinese,
You
but
think they're gonna ban that?
again, I think it could be a political move to say no, but I think either side could play that card, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I'm not talking politics here. I'm more worried about, are they gonna ban the drones? You know what I mean? That's my
Well,
concern.
if they do ban the drones, I mean, and we lessen regulations on our own drone businesses, bringing their drones to market, that could be a good thing. I don't know. I'd rather have a American drone if at all possible.
But they're so far behind in technology. That's the
I
problem.
know, but that's because our governments
Keep talking. I'll be right back. Yeah, but
and the FAA put all those restrictions on there. How long are you gonna be gone?
Oh, dude, relax. Relax.
We got like less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
I really like that view you got there though.
Okay.
That looks like a view. It looks like a view down here in or up here in Clearwater Beach area or Treasure Island or
Naples.
yeah, I mean all those finger islands like that. They're so pretty. When did you take that photo?
When?
Yeah,
Sometime during the summer, I guess.
yeah, that's cool. But okay, we're gonna put the drones on the East Coast to bed.
Well, I think they put themselves to bed. I think it's distraction,
Okay,
deflection,
all right.
you know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mystery. It's just weird that people smarter than us are contemplating that this could be an enemy drone, Chinese drone. They have more technology than us. I mean, with the whole balloon thing going over the United States, that whole thing. If we can't
Dude,
detect that, how
listen,
I don't know. But
do you think the U.S. would let Chinese drones or Iranian drones fly over New Jersey for 2 weeks?
I would think they'd be shot down somehow, but I would think anything over a military base would be shot down, right? I
But
mean,
I
I,
I didn't see any video or
a drone, a base commander, from what I remember, has a lot of autonomy. I mean, if he deems that something's, danger has poses a danger to his base, I don't think he can actually shoot down the drone, like tell this guy, hey, shoot down this drone. I think he's got to use the chain of command, like, talk to the Secretary of Defense or, maybe even the president. But, the drone's got to come down somewhere, right? And then there's some kind of liability issue. But so we're just going to say it's all mass hysteria and it's possibly nonsense or a distraction, which, interesting enough, Davey, I've not heard that slant yet, and leave it to you to come up with that slant.
No, but it happens every time.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
It happens every time there's something over there. We got to look over there.
But why is the sheriff's department, concerned and all that? I mean, they getting them involved too? I mean, that's a wide net there.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that a lot of those people that were asked the question were as dumbfounded as the rest of us. Like, what is this mass hysteria? And until you know the answer, you say, well, we don't know what everybody's talking about here because we don't know what everybody's talking about because as yet, but yet they're asked the question and they're made to go out and say something because the whole world wants to know. So they have to go out there and go, hey, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Until we know, we're not going to say anything.
So Davey says as soon as the Trump administration gets in office, it all ends.
dude, it's already over.
It's possible. Yeah.
It's over because we all know that the you know the people that he was trying to put in are all not very good for the country. So
Well, it says you. Says you. That's your
okay.
opinion.
Well, if
I, on the other hand, agree with the military appointee, the Pentagon guy, because I think the
Which guy?
military is weak. I think our military is.
which guy
I can't even think of his name. The guy that I forgot what was his name. I don't
has
even.
these?
The guy that I guess he was a reporter on Fox or something like
Yeah,
that.
that knucklehead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's change
knucklehead
the
or not,
subject.
but he
Let's
believes
change
that
the subject.
erasing all the woke bullshit, So
Oh yeah,
I can't believe that generals are woke, but apparently they are. So
buddy. You know what? We should change the subject because that doesn't sound, you know,
yeah, it's not on our
anything about what I'm
track.
here to talk about, bro. You know, what I mean, you're commenting there you're using a word that should not be used.
Woke.
Yeah, that word.
Well, I have kids, so it's in our house. Woke is in our house, and I have to correct them when what they hear at school and everything, and I'm like, no, that's not correct, And then they're like, Dad, you're not a teacher. I'm like, I've taught before. I've taught in school. So don't say I'm not a teacher and I'm not as smart as your teacher. So I have kids and I hear it every week. So I see it in their homework, the whole,
Um,
Common Core bull crap and everything. I'm like, are you
you
kidding me?
know,
Anyway, but
let's
that's a
let's end
parental thing.
it. Let's end it here, dude, because this is, you know,
But so yeah, we got. No, we're not there yet.
yeah,
I'm on 7%. But anything coming up for you or
Yeah, I just got 6 real estate jobs today.
really
Yeah, for next week,
kind of
Tuesday, Wednesday,
slow? It's kind of
Monday,
slow
Tuesday,
for
Wednesday.
me right now. I'm trying to gear up, but I got a couple of shoots. What I was gonna say, that thing I sent you today with the when I
What thing?
asked you if your camera had good
Oh,
sound,
yeah.
that was from a staff. I think it's called Staff Me Up proposal.
Yeah.
I met a guy that was doing like a reality shoot, and I asked him, it was near here, and I asked him, are you guys using drones on this shoot and da da da, and he's like, yeah, we already got a guy. I'm like, oh, okay. You mind if I watch? So I kind of watched the shoot, and after the shoot, I came up to him and I said, hey, how do you get jobs working with the TV production and all that? And he's like, oh, go to this website called staffmeup.com. And I've done like
And you
5.
put in a bid?
Well, you don't put in a bid. Like for instance, that job was like a $1,200 job.
Yeah.
And it was probably no more than an hour and a half
Before
on
we lose
site.
it, it's a good night for me and it's good night from him. Go
Okay,
ahead.
it's good night for me.
And it's good night from him. Sorry. Go ahead. What
But
were you saying?
yeah, it was gonna be a job I was gonna collaborate with you on. I
Yeah.
was gonna do the drone, you do the ground. In
Yeah,
Venice,
well, I mean,
I
it's
believe.
basically just, get a,
What's that? Oh, yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, you know,
Well, it didn't sound like they wanted great sound. It was just probably just ambient sound. Adam from Sky Network, Adam Novak, who was a guest on here,
yeah.
lets me know today that Spring Hill job is a go. And so I quoted on that. So that's I think it's just property, but it's it's like a acre or so. So I was waiting on that and I wasn't sure if that was going to go. So that happened. And then a site I never use called Alignable, that Alignable app.
Yeah.
I a guy who found me, he's starting a charter boat company. And he wants me to do some drone video for his charter boat company. He found me on Alignable, and I never pay attention to Alignable. I just have a profile with pictures and stuff. And so I did that. And what else? There's something else too. Oh, I had a good conversation with him. He wants to do it like in February.